Off in the distance behind me, you can see Fort Denison. This is where they used to hang the belligerent criminals in the colony, the prison colony of the British Empire that this country once was. It seems as though we're still there. This island became a monument, a fort that was established in 1830, built to defend us from the Russian invasion, the perceived threat of war that we were going to be invaded after the Napoleonic Wars by an armada of ships, flotilla of vessels from Russia coming all the way to Australia to claim this land. Highly unlikely, and again, in a similar place today, highly unlikely that Russia has any ambitions to take Australia to be their own territory. There's no immediate threat to us, and yet we have been sending billions of dollars of aid and Bushmaster tanks that have been manufactured here, personnel carriers in Australia that have been sent over. Putin has sent back, with love from Russia, photos of RPG gutted, burned out Bushmasters, and reminding the Australians that he has our number. Now our government, after sending billions of dollars, Bushmasters, aid, equipment to Ukraine, are going to be sending troops to fight a war in Eastern Europe against Russia. The perception of danger, in a similar way to the 1830s, the thin red line in the war in Crimea with the British Empire and the Russians, that this fort was built for, the proximity of danger, the likelihood of risk, threat to us is immaterial, non-existent. And yet the government of Australia is beholden to the Crown and the British government's ambitions of war, stoking the fires of war for this generation, to die on the war fields of Eastern Europe, again in a Crimean war with Russia. It's extraordinary to imagine how we've ended up in this place, and how these youth of this generation, who are completely unfit for war, are going to be sent to die in a war that has nothing to do with our national interests at all here in Australia. Putin has warned, if you put boots on the ground, Australia, not just armoured vehicle carriers and not just cash into Zelensky's pocket as he dances around the world, flashing his wares to foreign governments, you will be at war directly with Russia, and there'll be consequences for that. It won't go unnoticed that your sons are coming to fight us so far away from home. So Anthony Albanese, why? The word from the Holy Spirit is that the military prisons will be filled with people, young ones who are unfit for war and who are conscientiously objecting, standing down from their call to fight on behalf of these governments who care so little for these people, who care so little for their populations, corrupt people. And I said to my son, whatever you do, son, whatever they offer you, he's a mechanic by trade and has served as a cadet, and he knows what the military service is all about. Whatever they offer you, son, don't ever find yourself in a Bushmaster in Ukraine. It won't end well for you. You will be coming home in a body bag. That is absolutely for sure. Putin has marked us as a threat, real and present danger, by sending war effort so far from our home to fight a war that has nothing to do with us, just like it did in 1830, had nothing to do with us. But on behalf of the Crown, we built ourselves a fort to remember the Crimean War, the thin red line. And here we go again, well-worn steps, hypocrisy and bloodshed. We're there again, remarkable days, shocking days, hypocrisy from these governments of the West who are virtue signalling to the populations to support something, the defense of democracy in Ukraine, one of the most corrupt nations in the world, by sending resources, taxpayer funding and human lives now to a country that has nothing to do with us.